Lucky cards have a chance to be destroyed. So all my lucky cards are glass, actually. So what you're saying is, if I play 1-7, just a single 7, the whole hand is lucky. Copy the Warlock. Smash? Oh. Oh, would you look at that? I want to copy Lightning instead of Warlock, I think. Do something like this. Or copy Lightning instead of Dusk. Downgrade to a 4 of a kind. Oh! It wasn't enough gas. Oh. Bummer. Todd got his revenge. Sad. Didn't have enough Mult cards. Oh, for a second there, I felt like we were cooking. Big bummer time. Alright. To be honest, the build, it took us a while to get there. We were a little bit, not making a great pace, to be honest. Yeah, once we get going a little bit, we could start a prediction, some kind of prediction. We could get the coupons, create a voucher, every boss is defeated. That's huge. Alright, we're cooking now. Officially, we're cooking now. Lucky 7s should be blueprint compatible? Nah, it's okay. I guess play the 2 pair should be fine. Do I want to take the seed money instead of greedy Joker? What I don't know about is if it spawns a voucher, how long does the voucher last? Oh, it's a voucher tag. So voucher tag means it doesn't last. Which means in order to get the vouchers, I have to have money to get the vouchers, which means I don't buy anything here, I just go next. That sucks. Can I get the diamonds? Maybe one more time? No, but I can play a straight. We could go back in time, we could get a crystal ball. I could take both. If we go back in time, we could get more coupons. Don't throw. Alright. Go back in time. Okay. Eights and jacks, I think that's not enough. Jack high straight, that'll do. Okay, hallucination compost. Hallucination's cool. We're not gonna have enough money, huh? I have spades. First time catching the stream. Welcome. Could go back in time again. I mean, I don't see why not. Alright, kings and queens, I know that wins. Bummer. To take a to-do list for money. The coupons, that's a double-edged sword. The coupons cost money, it turns out. Okay. Aces and jacks. I don't think I'm gonna get the full house. So I can get farmer, I can get droll joker. Do this on flushes. Farmer on spades. So if I just do this, I get the farmer money. Yeah, to do this on pairs. We could get a discount. We could get a blue joker. Okay. To-do list on pairs. You know what? Maybe I don't need this hallucination right now. To-do list on pairs. Okay. Diamonds. I think the farmer just saved the whole run. Play the pair. Huge. To-do list on 3 of a kind. Alright. Lose 2 hands, gain 2 discards. That might actually be good with the farmer. Maybe. So I can take 4 of a kind. 2 per hand. Wait. Lose, gain 2 discards per hand lost. Wait a second. That's crazy. I would go down to 1 hand. Can you do that and the burglar? Yeah, you could do them one after the other. Left to right. Kind of crazy. Alloy. Gold cards and steel cards. I want this. Instead of the to-do list. Farming clubs. Let's get some clubs. Fill consumable slots with the fool after the boss blind is defeated. This used to be a rare, we changed it to an uncommon. The reason why we changed it is because if you fill all your slots with fools, you can't necessarily use the fools right away. But it seems like it could be good here. Maybe actually instead of the alloy. Maybe alloy, that's something we can get later. I think I want the fools. I think I want Spectral Pack after Emperor. We get strength, we get death. Alright. So if I have the coupons, I think I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna go strength here. And I think I'm gonna go death on the King of Diamonds. Now we're gonna get 3 fools on death. I could go Aura, I could go Cryptid. Let's go Aura on the king. Alright. Empress? No, we did that last time. Alright, we're farming hearts. So let's sort by suit, and let's pick up all the hearts. Alright. Okay. Ah, rats. So, alright. We're doing the thing, right? We're doing, this is the extra credit. We're doing it, right? Random Joker is destroyed after the boss blind is defeated. Probably we don't want that, if I had to guess. Oops, all sixes. The apple's super cute. The worm with the Jimbo hat, super cute. That's a good looking bad apple. Alright. My Jimbos are in the wrong order. So, Fool for Death, or we can hang him. Yes. Do I want to do Seance? No. Alright. Farming diamonds. Well, would you look at that? 5 and 3, I'm gonna hang them. Okay. 7 and 6, we can hang them. Four and 3, we can hang him. We miss out. That's going to make Blue Joker weaker, and we're going to miss out on a little farming money, but that's okay. We're down to 44 cards. Alright. You know, the coupons, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword, because if you don't buy the vouchers right away, you lose both vouchers. DC, you're playing around with the Bizarre deck? Wait, did you implement it? Did you actually just make the deck already? How come you get to play with that? I don't get to play with it. That's rude. What if I go new run? Is it here? It's not there. Man, alright. Spectral pack, we can reroll first. We get the Hoarder. Get the handbook. Do I want the Hoarder instead of the Farmer? I mean, the Farmer is doing a lot of good work. I can go Purple King. I can Polychrome? Bummer. I mean... Okay, if I do this, then I don't do the Farmer. Handbook seems good on the Plasma deck. Maybe with 44 cards, we're supposed to play 4 of a kind now. Oh, this is synergy. I want the coupons though. I think the safe thing to do is take the handbook, and then eventually we can get rid of the Blue Joker. That's it. Down 1 hand and 1 discard. Yeah. Sorry. Diamond Eater. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. So, play a hand that hasn't already been played, right? Like you play a pair. That's +5. And we could play a high card. We could play 2 pair. We have a purple seal that we can discard to try to find. If we don't get it, we can play the 2 pair. Polychrome. I think we don't take the Celestial Pack because the Clown College is going to give us a bunch of fools. Ooh. That's... A red seal foil card is kind of insane on the Plasma deck, though there's also a purple seal as a possibility. I think we gotta take the 7. I think Tech is right. I think Tech is often right. Okay. Handbook. We can discard first. Okay. So... The Clown College is gonna give us a bunch of fools. So I should use the death right now. I can play a pair of 7s. I can play... Maybe with the handbook, I want to play the pair of 10s. Get the upgrade. Okay. I played a pair, I can play high card. Lucky 7s pivot. I guess it's not impossible. That wasn't my original plan, but yeah, maybe now it's looking a little bit more possible. Since we have the red seals. You want to do the 7s again? Is this redemption time for the 7s? Do I want Fool on Death or Temperance? Probably Death. So we could make the flush 5 now. We got an extra hand? Okay. Okay. What's in here? Okay. Blue seal 3. Maybe not yet. Okay. So... I can start with a pair of queens. I should try to find my 7s. The next hand that I play is gonna win. So... 1... 2... 3... And now we sell all our jokers? Now alloy. That's an option. Okay, if I use the hermit, then the fools won't be on death anymore. That's okay. You know what's cool about this? You know what's cool about the Clown College? Because it gives you the fool, you have to think harder about using the fool. You know? I think it's Shad time. So that's a 7. Or not. I'm gonna pass. I don't think we need that 7. Gotta find the golden ticket. Okay, ectoplasm here. No, but we can go deja vu. On a 5, I guess. We can't get the golden ticket yet. True. Yeah, we need to make a legitimate gold card first. I can play a pair. Handbook's on 40. Blue Joker's down. I could play a full house, I guess. And this boss is going to de-level my hands, okay? There's a photograph, which we don't need. Fool gives me a hermit? Sure. Emperor, sure. Oh, now my fools are gonna give me an emperor? Upsetting. World? No. Purple Joker. No. Go next, I guess. Thought we still had alloy? Unfortunately, no. I don't want to play 3 of a kind because it'll get de-leveled. I guess it's not the end of the world if it gets de-leveled. I want to try to find my purple seal. Okay. There's a full house. Does anyone know if the dock plays chess? The dock does not. Now you know. Overstock? Or we got the blank. Alright. 2 Arcana packs. That's huge. See, the thing about the Fools with the Clown College, not every shop has an Arcana pack. So sometimes you get the Fools, but you don't have an Arcana pack, you don't have anything to copy. Sometimes you get the Hung Man and you can just delete them all. And then go next. So, Ace and 2, we can hang them. 10 and 9, we can hang them. Queen and Jack, we can hang them. What else? First hand face down. Could go Emperor, sure. Do I want a Hierophant? Do I want Justice? I think maybe those things are not super important, but I can make a gold 7. Blue Joker is sad. Blue Joker is always sad. Alright, Blue Joker is a drama queen. We keep getting the purple seal just a little bit too late. Alright. Maybe rebate. Maybe, you know what? Get the Blue Joker out of here. Delayed gratification we could do. Probably. Northern Lion. That's good enough. Give me the golden ticket now. Ectoplasm again? But it's not a good time. I can use a devil on a 6. I can use trans. I get rebate on force. I have a star. Okay, I don't have any more 4s. I will discard. Alright. Drizzle, thank you for the gifted sub for Crash. That's awesome. Let me try to draw another 7. I gotta open the door for Fable. Be right back. Okay. Is there any mod for colorblind people? I don't know. I don't know. There could be. There's a high contrast mode. I don't know if that's colorblind necessarily, but it maybe makes it a little bit easier to tell that these are clubs and these are spades and they're not the same. Where do you find that? If you go to your customized deck, there's a button for high contrast cards. Oh, also here, I guess, settings, high contrast cards. All right. Are we farming or are we rebate money? I think we are rebate money. All right, we're gonna get some fools from the clown college. Table's tearing up the carpet. I can do a star, I guess. Somebody's breaking in. Yeah, through the floor. Alright. Temperance for 10 bucks. Or do I want to do strength? Or do I want to do the star? So I think I take the money. And then we can copy it with the clown college. Alright. Okay, that's a good sign. I sort by rank. I don't know what that is. Okay, I have an idea what this might be. Go ahead and use temperance again, and then ship it. We get the increased temperance value. Yes. You know what's gonna happen? We're gonna get the discount voucher. Boss reroll, sure. Extra lurch. Do we want the forklift? Whoa. We could do the move. Do we get rid of the rebate? Maybe the rebate is not as exciting. Everyone's graduating today. Do I want to take a polychrome 8 and try to strength it all the way around to a 7? Nah, that's too much work. Wait, do we have seed money? We do have seed money, okay. Do I want Cartomancer instead of the Chad? I mean, that seems kind of fun. Swashbuckler? No. Eight and 9, we can hang them. Down to 35 cards. We got 5 hands. We can sort. Discard purple. By the world we don't need. I don't have any more purple seals. How easy is it to set up BalatroU with mods? Well, I'll tell you, I'll say it this way. I was able to figure it out, so it can't be that hard. But I will say that it wasn't super easy necessarily. Yeah, there's some new technology. Someone created a BalatroU mod loader and it kind of helps that way. But not all mods are available on the BalatroU mod loader. Yeah, if you join the BalatroU Discord, there are plenty of people there who are interested in helping. Or the BalatroU University Discord. Do I take Invisible Joker? Probably. I could use the Empress now. Turn the steel into Mult cards instead of steel cards. I won't be able to do the golden ticket, but maybe that's okay. We have 5 consumable slots. We have unlimited power. Hey, look, an idol. Okay. I mean... Okay. Do I have to... The Hoarder comes back, right? Ow. That was physically painful. I feel sick after that. Golden ticket. I can use strength on the 5. Or I can make diamonds. Or I can go strength on the purple. Strength on purple seems useful. Alright. Ziggity Step. 25 gifted subs. Sorry, Ziggity Slap. My goodness. Hello, Ziggity Slap. I appreciate the love. That's crazy. What am I trying to do here? What does the Hoarder do? Great question. One of my favorites. Every time you gain money, it gains $1 of sell value. So it's like an egg, but it happens more often. It's an uncommon flavored egg. Alright. I want to get that purple. Death. Okay. So death on purple makes sense, but also death on the 7s makes sense. Nice. Wait a gosh darn minute. Another 50 scholarships? Ziggity Slap, what do you have to say for yourself? Alright, we should take a moment. All new subs. Any one-time sub, gifted sub, or prime sub, or whatever it is. If you want to join the university Discord, !Discord for instructions. Basically, the idea is you go to your Discord settings and look for connection. If it doesn't work, disconnect and then reconnect. To update your permission. Yeah. You know, if you are interested in modded BalatroU, if you want some help modding stuff, we got a lot of the folks who create the mods are members of the university Discord and can give you advice how to troubleshoot things, set things up. Ziggity Slap wants the negative tag to be used in the Crimson Bean run. Oh yeah. We already streamed the finale. That was on Saturday. That footage will go out tomorrow, I think. Probably tomorrow. I think we have a conclusion that will make you happy. Drizzle was there. She can tell you. You won't be disappointed. All right. Lovers. Am I able to beat the wall? I don't remember how many points we have. Are we able to beat the wall? Wing Cap. Wing Cap, another 8 gifted subs as well. I guess this is like, this is our anniversary, right? This is, it's been a whole year now. Are the 7s gonna be enough? Do I need to reroll the boss? I don't remember. I'm distracted. Let's just reroll. Face down after play. That's probably fine. Eddie, thank you for the birthday wishes. Restored by suit. Okay. So that's a low card. Okay. This is a high card. Okay. So these I can discard. Okay, we're safe. We get to live. Jaredini, thank you for the 9 months. Ziggy Slap, I'm glad you appreciate all the content that we put out. We put out all different kinds of content, and not all of it is for everybody, so I'm glad you're able to find something that resonated with you. We did it. We got the we got the 5. We got the Jackson 5. Alright, we're doing the extra credit thing. I feel like it's happening. Should we go Eris or should we hold out for something else? I could just turn everything into diamonds right now. I could hold out for a death card. Like if Weezer had slightly more guys. I think the Eris card's fine. I think we don't need to be greedy with the fools. Ah, it's fine. I don't think I'm going to use Invisible Joker yet. I think I want to save it. I don't really have anything worth copying, necessarily. I guess another forklift would be funny. I guess more coupons would be funny. Ziggity Slap is out of control. Somebody... somebody take the... take the keyboard away. Another 100 gifted subs? Ziggity Slap, do you lift? Do you BalatroU? I know, you know, some people they watch, they don't even play the game themselves, or like they stopped playing a long time ago. Yeah, Ziggity Slap, do you have mods installed? Hold on, let's get to the bottom of this. So like, you know, have you, for example, have you played with the extra credit mod? Got completionist plus done 9 months ago. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, Ziggity Slap, if you ever want to, if you ever get around to it, if you want to install the multiplayer mod, we could do multiplayer if you want. Also, if you you know, extra credit. Also, I'm kind of interested in doing extra credit with the multiplayer mod at the same time. Yeah, you know, as soon as you get it set up, anytime you get it set up, just let me know. You're in the Discord? Yeah. Just let me know. It doesn't have to be today. But, you know, once again, thank you for all the gifted subs. That's really awesome. And everyone who got a new gifted sub, make sure to join the Discord while you can. Ziggy Slap mostly watches on the YouTube. Okay. Not usually able to visit. That makes sense. Yeah, with all this scholarship money, I can hashtag treat myself. Maybe go all the way to the Bojangles. Dang. I'll drizzle read me like a book. A drizzle knows. It's bow time. Ziggy Slap signed up for Twitch just for this? That's very flattering. Honestly, sorry you had to jump through all these hoops. Look at that, we got a little sly guy. Ah, okay. Ziggy Slap, you were concerned about me? You wanted to send me some love after the community post? Yeah, it was not a big deal. It was just like a shower thought that I had. I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. I could turn my steel cards into lucky cards. Maybe. Shower thoughts, profitable. You know what? It turns out. Alright. We can discard. Alright, I need Magician on the 7s. There we go. Gotta reroll the boss before we throw our money away. Ooh, play only one hand. Ooh. You know, some might consider that stinky. Opinions on the Bowberry biscuit. I like a berry biscuit. I like a Bowberry biscuit. Could we get a cola? Could we get an extra voucher? Okay. Don't mind if I didgeridoo. What kind of berry is a Bowberry? It's like a blueberry, but sweeter. Covered in sugar, it's covered in icing. Biscuit covered in icing. That's gotta, you know, people meme about like, oh, what counts as American food? Like, you know, hamburgers and hot dogs and stuff like that. It's, you know, potentially got origins in other cultures, but like, I feel like putting icing on a biscuit, that's gotta be, that's some American stuff, right? So we could take the star, and then all I gotta do is draw enough 7s. That's what the bow and Bojangles stands for. Bowberry. You know, I could probably beat this boss. Look, I'll show you. Discard, boom. We would have been fine. I guess do I need the star? Hold on. My fool says Eris. Maybe I don't need the star. Look at all the graduates. You know, we got an extra Joker slot, but we got nothing to use it on. Okay. So we get the discount. Get the money tree. Chat is okay. What does BU do? Oh, the clown college? So when you beat the boss, fill consumable slots with fools. And then if we have the forklift, we get an extra consumable slots. Is the coupon blueprint compatible? I don't think so. It'd be weird if it was. It'd be weird if it was. Alright, let's... I need death. So I'm just gonna skip and I'm gonna look for death here and then we can do the idol. The hung man, that's kind of like a death card, I guess. That's basically a death card, right? How do we have 5 fools? Create a bunch of fools when we beat the boss, plus 2 consumable slots. It's you. Look, it's you. Alright, I think I'm just king and jack, we can hang them. Discard an ace. I can play the ace and I can hold out for a purple seal maybe. Where the fool's coming from? I mean, where do any fools come from, right? They're coming right out of the clown college. Zano, thank you for a whole year, man. By the way, you know, raise your hand. You've been enjoying the YouTube shorts? I've been enjoying them. Zano does all the shorts. Zano does all the editing. You know me, I don't do any editing, so. The red card one was my favorite so far. Easily. Maybe I have enough 7s that I don't need this 6 anymore. Maybe I hold the hung man. Yeah, I guess we just delete. Draw the blue seal. Are we looking for lucky 7s? It'd be cool. I would be into that if we could get it. Alright. Here's something I want to figure out. What vouchers do we want? How long do we hold on to the coupons? Or maybe we just never sell the coupons. Did I win my PvP versus the bean? I won some, he won some. That's kind of how it goes. So... Cryptid? Immolate. Does it even matter if I copy the purple seal, or maybe we should just copy the 7s? I think I'm gonna copy the 7s. Forces a card to be selected. Okay, that's fair. You want me to select that one? Okay. Immolate was... I know Immolate was there, but we got only 25 cards in the deck. Alright. Fool for Eris. Extra hand size, yes. Discounted rerolls, yes. Take the hold. Oh, we've done it. That's the one. Wingcap seeks death. Alright. Death shall be provided. Here you go. Death on demand. Here you go. Lovers, get out of here. I guess I could discard and try to find the seal. Maybe the seal isn't even good. Maybe I have level 18 high card or flush 5, I don't need to go higher than that. Holy moly. Do I need the Chad? I need strength. Okay. Justice, no. That's it. Alright. Having the idol is a huge upgrade over our last run, for sure. Yeah, Alice was there for a second. Enhanced cards can't be debuffed. I mean, that's pretty cool. But we got the boss reroll, we don't have to worry about it. Could take a blue joker here. So if we take the blue joker, we can get rid of the Chad, probably. Are we looking for the chain lightning? Yeah. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What if I do this? Incompatible. Fine, be that way. Okay, we got the Hungman. Okay, so we could do the Hungman. That's an option. We don't have to, that's an option. Okay, we get Overstock. Can only fill your slots once. What if we sold a Fool? Alright. Hey, that's illegal. I think I don't need the blue seal anymore. I think we just go death. Power seems useful because then I can turn the purple seal into stone and then we don't have to worry about the idol. Yeah, what if we go stone 7 and then Fool for the tower? Alright. I can take strength for the ace. I think we're cooking. Why Mult and not Lucky? I'm looking for a particular Joker. New Joker. Fill consumable slots with spectral cards. Oh no! Okay. But... okay. And I can skip and I could get a voucher. Are we done with the coupons? We have antimatter, we went back in time, we have overstock. Ambrosia's like a one-use Joker? Yeah, I think I'm not gonna do it here, but something that I want in the future. Alright, I wanna find the purple ace. Okay. That's not it. So purple ace we can turn into stone. We can also use strength. I need to use death. How many strengths can I use? So, all right. That's 1. So it's a 2 now. And I can use the deaths to make sure that the idol is secured. This is fine. 3 cards left in the deck. Okay. We did it. Oh yeah, we got a stone too. We're gonna see the vouchers regardless? Yeah, probably. See a lot of vouchers. Alright. 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 Okay. I mean, we could take the 6s, could open these Arcana packs, we could reroll first. We're looking for Chain Lightning. It's a rare, so it'll happen when it happens. Don't need the star, don't need the Hungman, I just need strength. That's it. Lucky 7s. Okay. Controversial. I don't think we need the clown. I don't think we need the clown college anymore. I think we've done the tarot cards. What if I do this? Oh, not the worst. Now all my 7s are lucky. BalatroU subreddit controversy? Yep. Not surprised. Alright. Lucky 7. There you go. They're all lucky. 20 bucks? See, the thing about the BalatroU subreddit is, like, at the end of the day, the moderators are, it's just like volunteer work, right? They're volunteering to moderate this community. And so it can kind of be whatever the moderators want it to be. But then at the same time, like, there's only ever going to be one r/BalatroU. Like, if you don't like the moderation team, you can't just go off and create your own r/BalatroU, basically. So I feel, you know, maybe there's a little bit of obligation to the community there to do a good job. Obligation to the fan base to do not a terrible job. All right. Star, we don't need anymore. I just want strength. Go next. No repeat hand types. So these are the 7s that I want to make. I could make some 7s that are not foil. The benefit of having the ones that are not foil is then those can become polychrome later, maybe, if I get aura. The beef that I have with the BalatroU subreddit is, so this is a personal beef, this is just me, but they have a bunch of these rules like no low effort posts, no posts about the plant in your face cards, no posts about you see a rare joker in the first shop. And it's like, who are you protecting with this? It just comes across to me as like super pretentious. Who are you serving with these rules? And for every like dozen things that they outlaw, you know, they just have a list. It's like, oh, these 8 specific posts are banned. For everything that they outlaw, there's like 24 other things that could be, but then they don't. If I wanted to be thorough, I should discard the purple seal to try to get a strength card that way. I could make more of those stone cards, but I like just having all the 7s. Unfocused says, that's why you stay off Reddit. Yeah, I guess, like, isn't that sad though? Like, yeah, okay, the answer is, okay, then you just don't go there. If it's gonna be a stinky place run by stinky people, maybe you just don't go there. Maybe you just don't spend time there, but I don't know. There's potential. It could be a fun, positive, welcoming community. But then chooses not to be, and that's a little bit sad to me. Twitter's bad too. Yeah, I guess. All right. Drizzle says the internet's been in shambles as long as Drizzle's been living here on the internet. Yeah. I mean, I'm a millennial. I was born and raised on the internet. I know the ancient lore. Ziggity Slash wants to know, when is the final Crimson Heart run going to be posted on YouTube? Pretty good chance tomorrow. Almost without a doubt tomorrow. Yeah. You know, I might even drop it tonight. Ziggity Slap, if you're looking forward to it, I might just drop it tonight. How about that? When we get done streaming. So this is a 2, now it's a 3. Nice. There's another Empress, which maybe I don't need. Hey look, Grimbo. Ziggity Slap already watched today's video. Yeah, today, what was it? It was the high score today. Thought it'd be fun to go for a high score one time. Non-endless high score. Of course we do like the crazy long high score runs all the time. Alright, this is a 3 now. I'm trying to turn it into a 7. Get another voucher. Now we keep getting the stinky vouchers. That's okay. Take a showman. Maybe a showman instead of the free reroll. Okay. We're cooking. We still need to get a polychrome card. I had an opportunity to get a polychrome 8, I think, and I said no. I didn't take the tarot merchant because we have the coupons, we probably don't need the tarot merchant. We can get all the vouchers. All the vouchers. Alright. Go next. Okay, that's a strength. I can turn my 3 into a 4. Three to 5 fools per ante helped. Yeah, the clown college helped a lot. We could get invisible. So I could get invisible and then I could get rid of the 7s. The 7s, it's common, it will come back around. I think invisible is worth taking in the short term. Where's my lightning at? Oh, we get another strength card. Oh look, it's Lisa. Phaser debuff. Okay. Let's find my purple. So this is, we said it's a 3. Now it's a 4. Now it's a 5. Okay. And these are not luckies. Is Lisa's face kind of goofy? Yes. I feel like she's smiling a little bit too much. But I think it's kind of charming. It's like goofy but in a charmed way, you know? It's Jimbo, but yeah, it's Lisa, but it's still Jimbo. It's Jimbo's smile. Okay. I mean, that explains why it's horrifying. Is it the same as like the baseball card, right? It's not as unhinged as the baseball card. Bummer. Judgment? Nah. I dare we call the baseball card unhinged? No, you're right. He's a polite gentleman. He's a provider. Alright. We get the glow up. We get the lightning. It's time! Do we need these coupons? We can get the boss reroll voucher. That's the one that I want. But other than that, I guess Omen Globe we can get. Maybe we keep the coupons. Obviously, I want Blueprint, or I want Invisible to hit the Blueprint. What does Lightning do? So, Mult cards give increasing amounts of X Mult when you play more Mult cards. We need the Universal Retrigger Joker. Yeah. Do I need the idol? This is fine. Rats. I am gonna take, I think we're gonna start doing the chain lightning now. I think we're gonna start chaining them together. Blingerous. Thank you for the prime sub. Death. I need to use death to unrustle my jimmies. You know what I mean? There we go. I gotta remove all the foil. Everything's been foiled. There's a moon card. Alright, let's copy the lightning. 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. Copying the idol is way better. I just thought it would be fun to copy the lightning. Duplicate chain lightnings track separately. Okay. Pool for death is okay. Does Empress matter? Not anymore. Go next. Alright, I think I have one more card that doesn't have a red seal. There we go. I think that's it. I think we're locked in now. Why am I unfoiling the cards? Because I want to be able to turn them into polychrome later. So I have to remove the foil. Gift card makes a lot of sense. Am I willing to get rid of an idol right now? Maybe not right now. Oh, okay. Yeah, we could take a gift card, I guess. Zano, get on it. Clip it. Get him. One, two, three, four, five. Ship it. That'll be a quick one to edit too. Glasses, thank you for 8 months and another 6. I want a telescope. I don't not want a telescope. But I don't want the tarot merchant, I don't think. My most played hand is a flush 5. Would I be interested in doing some balance changes with the extra credit mod? No. So explicitly, the plan is not to do any balance changes. We can add to the game, but we can't change the game. That's it. So like, if wild cards are difficult to get, you can make a joker that makes it easier to get wild cards. You can make a joker that rewards you for having wild cards, but no other changes. Or, you know, you can have a joker that, this used to be permanent marker, used to say wild cards can't be debuffed, which was a little bit too narrow. So then we expanded it to now all enhanced cards can't be debuffed, but really it applies to your wild cards. Or, you know, maybe if you have face cards, you care about them being debuffed, or maybe you care about your hearts being debuffed, you can make them enhanced. So we can't change the way wild cards work, but we can give more support for wild cards. Those types of things. Alright. Still looking for death? No, I'm looking for strength. I forgot, it's been long enough, I forgot what the purple seal is, but I think it's a 5. I think I remember it being a 5. Is there any reason that I don't want to change the game? Part of it is, well, you could say it's for compatibility. So with different mods, if you change how the game works in your mod, then it becomes less compatible with other mods. You can't do different mods at the same time as easily. But that's not the real reason. I want to take the 7s, but I don't have room for it. It's a common, it'll come back later. Look, it's back. I could get a gold seal instead of a red seal. I'm gonna say no. Could take rebate for money. Do I need this showman? Yeah, I'll keep the showman. There he is, the werewolf. Sorry, I didn't finish answering the question. Yeah, whatever kind of balance changes you're interested in, it'll get fixed eventually. You know, there'll be a new content patch, there'll be, at the same time that there's the new content update, there'll probably be some stuff getting reworked and rebalanced. Like, what is it? Blue seals getting rebalanced, and the blue stake getting changed, and Matador getting reworked, and stuff like that. You just gotta be patient. These things take time. There we go, strength. So this should be a 6 under there now. Do we know for sure what's happening with blue seals? I mean, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. I have ideas, though. I have my own ideas. I have my own suggestions. Magic trick. Do I want magic trick? So this is 5 and 5 and 3, so that's 13. 13 out of 16. I have all the vouchers except for Omen Globe and the boss reroll. Sorry, I had a big sneeze there for a second. Okay, so I want to get the boss reroll. I think once I get the boss reroll, then I sell the coupons. So I guess we'll just keep trucking here. little bit sad that the build is kind of stalled. It's kind of slowed down a lot, but we'll get there eventually. We get more chain lightning. I mean, we could. I could get rid of the showman. I really just want a retriggering joker. I probably just don't need this. Alright, there's strength. I can turn the stone card into a gold card if I want. I guess. Slightly worse than the idol. It's worse than the idol right now, but when we get retriggering jokers, then it could be equal or better. But I mean, the idol takes way more work than chain lightning does. So there's some trade-offs. There's the 7. We did it. Now we want death. I need dusk. Specifically, I need dusk. Chain lightning is compatible with straights. Yes, and flush houses. Yes. It's not just about who's better between the idol and the chain lightning. Chain lightning is more versatile. I think that's nice. I think chain lightning is probably better than ancient joker. I think ancient joker is a better comparison than idol because ancient joker is kind of easy to set up. It's just different and that's cool. Yeah. Joker of the Year is one of them that we want? Yeah. Okay. I have points, but I don't have like a crazy amount of money. Two mimes. Go next. Idol is more endless oriented. Yeah. I like a death card. Oh. That was a waste of a death card. I should use death to copy the purple seal. Have I considered doing world record runs for the extra credit jokers? Yeah, I maybe at some point could do some kind of interesting run with the extra credit jokers. But I'm not going to try as hard, I'll be honest. I'm not going to try as hard because not everyone is into it. Not as many people are into it. They don't really understand the appeal. Like, oh, if it's modded Balatro, then I just won't watch that one, you know? Definitely the mechanics are interesting, and then so the records could be interesting. Alright, we are reaching our limit as far as how much we can score. I think now might be a good time to get rid of the coupons, now that we have the boss reroll. We didn't get the Omen Globe. Probably what I want is Omen Globe so I can get Ectoplasm. But the Chad here makes sense. $50 Temperance. There's... do I want a Lucky 7 instead of a Showman? Or keep the Showman so I can still try to get blueprints? Or maybe I don't need the Chad right away? Oh, I need to have a lucky card in my deck so we can get the double rainbow. That's something that I've been missing. I forgot. I removed the lucky cards from the deck too fast. Go next. Chariot, nope. Alright, now that we have more re-triggers, Chain Lightning is going to ramp up. Hey, that was 2.1 on the Chain Lightning. Hypothesis seems pretty cool with an all-glass deck. Agree. So... could take the Lucky 7s and get rid of the Showman. Maybe the Showman is something that we could do later, when we have room. Go next. Are we re-rolling the boss? I can make some lucky cards this way, and then we don't need the lucky 7. Anyway, ship it. Maybe I should copy the Chad. Do lucky cards become double lucky? Nope. If they are lucky, they become... well, this says all your cards count as lucky. So either they are or they aren't. Seltzer could be nice. Yeah, Seltzer for a short term. No re-triggering Joker is crazy. Alright, my 7's disabled. That's okay. Just re-trigger them. That counts as double lucky. Yeah. That's how it works. Oh, look, it's a Crimson Heart. Ben White wants to know, do I have a tutorial on modding Balatro? Zano has one. You can check it out on Zano's YouTube channel. If you want one-on-one help with setting up your mods, a lot of helpful people in the Discord who would love to help with that. So there's a Seltzer. Am I supposed to take the Seltzer instead of the Lucky 7? Maybe. Hey, look, it's the Hoarder. Ah, I wish I could. Alright. Where's that one purple seal? I need death. Chain Lightning should start at 1.1, so that the first proc gets something out. Well, see, if it's only one, it's not a chain. You need two to start a chain, to make a connection. Can you nan-inf off the 7s? Yeah, maybe. I'd be willing to try. Feel like we're running out of gas here. Feel like we're running out of runway. Maybe I should just do this. Maybe I need the tarot merchant. Hey, look, it's a hat. You're not sure? You don't think this could nan-inf without the bean tech? I mean, you know me. We've done some crazy stuff. Never say never. Okay, so now it's 2.2, 2.3, 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, 2.8 times 3. Every proc there on the last card was a times 3. That's huge. Do I have a heuristic to stop re-rolling? Usually it's just vibes. Right now I'm working with the money tree. Maybe something else to keep track of is like what I say, spend half of what you earn. Kind of. In the first 10 antes, you probably spend all of what you earn. And then once you get to the mid antes, once you get past ante 10, then you start saving up. Think about, what am I re-rolling for? What is the target? And then stop when you get it. Hey, look, we could get a Dusk instead of a Seltzer. Sure. Oftentimes I'm re-rolling for tarot cards. Like, obviously, if a Joker shows up, I'm going to take the Joker, but mostly I'm re-rolling for tarot cards at the same time. And so if I'm holding on to 3 tarot cards, or if I have full consumable slots, then you stop re-rolling, right? I could take the lucky 7s now that I have Dust. Or do I need the Chad? Do I lose if I get rid of the Chad? Maybe I need Ectoplasm still. Let's go next. There's Death. Okay, so I need to use Death on the purple seal. And I look for Sock and Buskin plus Paradolia. That's an option, but it does take up more Joker slots, just like you said. I need an Omen Globe now. 1 in 3 chance we get Omen Globe, or is it 1 in 4? I think it's 1 in 4. What tarot card are we farming for? Death, so that I can copy my 1 purple seal. Or for the final hand here, it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So popping the idol is best here. That's E42? Warlock is pretty fun, being able to get the spectral cards. Agree. I'm gonna use the Magician to turn the purple into a lucky card, I think. What are my rules for making a good Joker? Keep it simple, maybe not too complicated. It's gotta be understandable. Also, constantly ask yourself, is it fun? Right, like, you can make things that are interesting strategically, but at the end of the day, the most important question is, but is it fun even? Is it any fun? Yeah, I think an important thing that I've said this before, a lot of people who make mods for Balatro, they forget about. Just because it's complicated doesn't mean it's automatically interesting. And just because it's simple doesn't mean it can't be interesting. I think the Pokemon mod, obviously the Pokemon mod has a lot of complexity. You have Jokers that can evolve. So they start out doing a thing and then they evolve and they do a new different thing. And sometimes they gain new abilities. And so they do all of the previous stuff plus some new stuff. And that can be complicated. And there's different ways to grow your Jokers, either with the energy cards or with the evolution materials. So obviously super complicated, the Pokemon mod, but I think a lot of the things sort of serve the Pokemon flavor. It's Pokemon flavored, and so maybe a little bit of extra complexity is worth it in that case. I would say, you know, with any kind of mod creation, know your audience. And maybe the answer to that question is, it's just you. Your audience is you. You want to make it fun for you. So make sure you play test it a lot. This mod looks cool. It's the extra credit mod. This is what the Jokers look like. This particular run, we had the coupons for a while. We got extra voucher every time we beat a boss. This is one of my favorites. The Hoarder. Gains sell value whenever you earn any money. So it's like an egg, but it grows whenever you gain any money. We had the Warlock earlier. Your lucky cards get destroyed and turned into spectral cards. At the Clown College, we got to do this combo. So Forklift gives you extra consumable slots. Simple. Simple but interesting. Interesting for how simple it is. And then there's this synergy, okay? So fill all your consumable slots with Fools when you defeat a boss. Or there's also Ambrosia. Fill all your consumable slots with Spectral cards when you skip. There's some synergy there. Alright. Go next, I guess. I have another opportunity to use Death. My throat's kind of raspy, kind of sore actually. They should make some physical cards. BalatroU cards. They did. Hydration check? Yeah, I've got water. It's like, it's low though. It's not completely empty. Yep, there's an official deck of cards, BalatroU cards, with some jokers. Not all the jokers, but some of the jokers. You want fridge magnets? Hey, here's a hot tip, okay? If you like stickers, or you like fridge magnets, or whatever, what you could do is you can get magnet blanks, and you can put a vinyl sticker on the magnet, and then you can cut out the sticker shape from the magnet. And then you can turn your stickers into fridge magnets. And then you don't have to worry about, like, you stick the sticker on something and then the sticker's gone forever. You don't have to commit it forever. You can just make a magnet out of it. Yeah, I bought my best friend some really nice One Piece stickers. Like some custom art One Piece stickers. And she's like, dang, these are nice, I want to save them forever. And then so she turned them into magnets. And that's what you come here for. Those kind of anecdotes and advice. Hey, look, it's that guy. He can hang out, I guess. Alright. Darren gets just chill and watch this time. Yeah. Just like that Pikachu. Chilling and watching. Not all Pikachus are divas, but Ash's Pikachu is. Well-earned vacation for the Baron? Yeah, maybe. I guess he does do a decent amount of work. I mean, we do have all the vouchers, so if you wanted to, we could start taking kings and start doing the serpent. You have to get Nan in order to get to Ante 39. You don't actually. You only need like E285 or 289 or something like that. Nan Inf is E308. Alright, we still survive here, right? What does the modded Joker do? Let's see here. The modded Joker we have is the Chain Lightning. So your Mult cards give you increasing amount of X Mult. So it's kind of like the Idol, it's kind of like the Ancient Joker, but it ramps up. So it's 0.1 per additional card. And this is each trigger. So if you have re-triggering effects like Dusk or Blueprint, copying Dusk. Sorry, Blueprint is not a re-triggering Joker, but yeah, you got Dusk and you have Red Seals and stuff like that. Then it ramps up faster. Alright. You like the idea of giving Mult Cards some love? Yeah, I think it's cool. I think there's an opportunity cost there. If you turn things into Mult Cards, they can't be glass cards. And I think that's cool. Blueprint is kind of a retriggering Joker. Yeah. Wingcap, was this you? Were you responsible for this nonsense? I think it's a pretty good time. I think the Chain Lightning, pretty good. Maybe I should have turned my 7s into gold. Made some gold ones. Can Baron be next to Dusk so we can have a better view? Something like that. Maybe I'll put him over here. Do I think Jokers should be made with gold stake in mind for balance? Should they be made with endless mode in mind for balance? So most people will never play on gold stake at all. So I don't think that the game should be balanced around gold stake if no one's ever going to play it. Obviously, there's plenty of people who will, but that's not the bulk of the audience. And I don't think balancing stuff around endless mode is very interesting. So like, within the context of just 8 antes, you can do a lot of interesting things where like certain Jokers are good for the first 3 antes or the middle 3 antes or the last 3 antes or something like that. But if we're talking about endless mode, there's so much more real estate that like any Joker that's good in the first 3 antes now entirely forgettable, right? Because there's another 20 antes after the first 3. And once again, not everyone's going to go super long endless every time. Even people who do sometimes aren't going to do that all of the time. That's not the default play experience. I think there are a lot of different ways to play the game, and I think it's okay to have different game elements which are better suited to different ways that people play. And maybe that's what you're referring to? You know, I'll make a gold card. How about that? Keep endless in the back of your mind, but it never comes first. Yeah, so with something like Chain Lightning, right? You want to come up with a Joker that makes some sense in the first 8 antes. Idol, for example, makes no sense in the first 8 antes. You wouldn't want this. I could find a way to make it work. If you are playing on the checker deck, if you convert your deck to all one suit, then basically it's kind of like a bad version of the photograph. You do a lot of work and then it's like the photograph, but worse. Well, this is an option. This works as long as the spectral pack has ectoplasm. Okay. Oh, ho. Alright. We got the Rainbow Lightning build. Okay. I forgot what we were talking about. I forgot what I was saying. So here's one option. One option, we could just get rid of the Chain Lightning and just do the idol now. The idol with the lucky card retriggers, and then we could take the rebate for a crazy amount of money. We could do a prediction for how long we're gonna survive. I don't have room for the Warlock. If I get off the Chain Lightning, then I don't need lucky 7s. I could just actually make lucky 7s. So, you know what? We're gonna stick with it, even if it's potentially suboptimal. Play only one hand type. I have Dusk, so I'm gonna say no. Base Chips and Mult Tab, that seems fine. Alright. My lucky cards, I think I'm gonna flip them. Now that we have the lucky 7s. Cool. Alright. Because all my 7s are lucky, any amount of 7s I want to play, I could do it. So we can play 4, I guess. Can we get money from the lucky cards? 5 cards left in the deck. So I think a Joker being interesting is more important than being balanced. Or fitting. I don't know what you mean by fitting. The answer is probably no. I guess like one thing that maybe people don't fully appreciate or understand super well is like, for the purposes of balancing, there's a lot of different ways that things can be balanced. So start with something that's interesting, and then you can always adjust it later. Start with something that's fun, and you can always change the numbers later to make it balanced. Oh, that's what I was saying. I was saying, idol... The reason why there's only one idol, and there's not a whole lot like this, is because it's a Joker that doesn't really make sense in the context of just 8 antis. And so, like, Chain Lightning is trying to be this kind of middle ground, where it's more like Ancient Joker. You can set it up easier, but maybe the ceiling is not as high compared to the idol. Obviously, Chain Lightning gets better when you have re-triggering Jokers, and then so... kind of keeping in mind, okay, how easy or how difficult is it to get re-triggering effects? Maybe you won't actually get enough re-triggering effects for the Chain Lightning to really go crazy, and that's good, right? You want that for balance reasons. But in a long endless run where you have more re-triggering effects, you're also going to get more lightning value, and that's kind of exciting, so it pulls double duty. As far as like being both an interesting 8 anti-Joker and also an interesting endless Joker. I think the Baron also is interesting enough in 8 antes, even if it's not always good in 8 antes. Since we got retrigger from the rainbow, retrigger from dusk, it's probably best we copy the idol and then ship it. Okay, that's E50. At what point is Chain Lightning better than the idol? Stupid has done all the math, which I don't know off the top of my head. Am I as confident with Ante 39 as I am with Gold Stake? What do you mean? I mean, give me any seed that starts with Perkeo and then we'll get there. No hesitation. Without using Perkeo, it's challenging. It's not guaranteed. Hopefully it's not surprising to say that. I don't think you're going to get Ante 39 on back-to-back runs. But if you have a reasonable start, maybe it's not too hard. Alright, I can take a Brainstorm instead of an Idol. It doesn't change how much we score. We can get E50 currently. Okay. Go next. Two purples. Play 4. Oh, maybe I should have kept the lucky card. How's everyone doing today? I'm having a pretty good time. Death. Discard them 3 at a time. 4 cards left. Let's go play 3. Brainstorm kind of looks like a waterfall. Waterfall sketch. It does. Chain Lightning with Burglar is a viable name strategy. No, the Chain Lightning resets every hand. But in the Pokemon mod, Slowking, the way Slowking works is Slowking gives you X-Molt on all of your kings that you play, and then every time you play a hand, it increases the amount. So Slowking is supposed to be like Acrobat, where it gets stronger on the final hand. Alright, let's throw out the 7. Copy the idol. Polychrome 7, pretty nice. I think so as well. Look at that. So I think that the planets are fairly balanced in the game. I think they are. I think mostly they are. Maybe my one disappointment is maybe the higher ranking hands could be a little bit stronger. Maybe not much stronger, maybe like 1 extra mult in some places, maybe 5 extra chips in another place. Pretty happy where they're at. Why is Flush House the best scaling hand? Well, here's the thing. If you can... So, there's a difference between, like, how easy is it to play the first one? Obviously, it's easier to play the first Flush House than it is to play the first Flush 5. To get 5 of the exact same card, that's a little bit harder than the Flush House. Flush House you could do with any one suit changer. You can turn a full house into a Flush House. Get the Flush House unlocked. To do a Flush 5, it's a little bit more complicated. Maybe you need a suit changer and a strength card. That's the most efficient way. Maybe you use multiple death cards in order to pull it off. Okay, so the level 1 Flush 5 is going to be stronger than a Flush House. The level 1 Flush House is going to be stronger than 5 of a kind. I think that's easy to see. 5 of a kind, you can do that with just a single strength card or a single death card, compared to trying to get the same suit is a little bit harder than the Flush 5. But then, after you start, the way that the planet scaling works, the planet numbers, these are not based on how easy is it to play the first one. This is how easy is it to play the 100th one. This is how easy is it to play a 5 of a kind in Ante-8. How easy is it to play a Flush House in Ante-8. And I think by the time you get to Ante-8, or maybe Ante-9 is what we're talking about, then Flush 5 is actually easier than Flush House, often. Because it's easier to just keep making more of the same card. And 5 of a kind is not that much harder than 4 of a kind. If your deck can make 4 of a kind, if you have 11 copies of the same card, you could do 5 of a kind also. And so, you know, that's kind of like with Jupiter and Saturn. Okay, why is it that Saturn gives you so much more chips and mult than Jupiter cards? Well, early on, a flush is... Actually, straights are easier to draw than flushes early on, and then so the flush gives you more points than the straight early on. But like long term, if we think about, okay, 40 random tarot cards. If you use 40 random tarot cards, are you more likely to be able to play flushes or be able to play straights? Flushes become way easier over time, and if they're way easier over time, then you don't need to reward that many more points over time. Compared to straights, get a little bit easier over time, but not that much easier over time. And so instead of becoming easier to draw straights, you just get more points per straight. Could take a death card. What are we re-rolling for? Probably just death and fool. We already have the brainstorm in the blueprint. We don't have a showman. It's a little bit late. I don't think we can give up a joker slot for a showman. Maybe double rainbow we could replace, and if I replace double rainbow, I could get rid of the lucky 7. Maybe. I think I'm gonna stop there, just so we don't burn all of our money. Serpent is fine. If I could invent a Joker, what kind of Joker would I create that would make the game more fun for me? This one. Order. Gains more sal value when you earn money. That's it. Look, we did it. That's fun for me. Lucky 7s. If you have a 7, all your cards count as lucky. That's fun for me. All your steel cards are also gold cards. All your gold cards are also steel cards. I would make this Joker. We did it. I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have done the coupons. But it's also pretty fun. I wouldn't have done that one. That's not me. Farmer's pretty fun. Go Fish is pretty fun. You find cards, you destroy them. I wouldn't have come up with that. Forklift plus 2 consumable slots. That's great. Alright, let's copy the double rainbow so we can get the lucky card activations. Yeah, coupons. Like sometimes you go to the grocery store and then they got discounts. Sometimes it comes as a whole sheet. You clip them out, you clip out the coupons. You know what always pissed me off, actually? You would go to like the local grocery store chain, you know, like a Safeway grocery store, Albertsons grocery store, if you live in the US. And then they would have stuff and it would be marked on sale. And it's like, oh, it's on sale, it's, you know, 30% off or something like that. And then like week after week, every time, it's the same sale price. That's not the sale price, that's just the price. How dare you insult my intelligence? In the UK, that's illegal? Yeah, it should be. You know what was also crazy? I think this past year, it was like historically one of the least deadly Black Fridays in the US. Which is crazy that any Black Friday in the US could be deadly, but you know, this was apparently one of the least deadly ones. And part of that is just like, people just didn't participate this year. They're like, oh, you know, the deals aren't even that good. And even if it's on sale, you know, I don't even have money to buy it on sale. I don't need a new TV, so I guess I'm not gonna go trample over someone in the electronics store. I'm not gonna go get trampled to death this year, I guess. A lot of businesses just aren't even doing it anymore. Yeah. This might be the end. This might be the last. Unless we completely change our game plan. Yeah, I'm not out here trying to make glass cards. So I guess that's it. 131 times payout for the doubters? What are the parameters? I need another ectoplasm. That's the deciding factor. Ron White. I don't know a Ron White. Or at least I don't recognize it immediately. Dip it. We gotta make it to ante 22. So we gotta beat ante 21 so that we can make it to 22. Okay. Are there any records on the game actually being hunted? I mean, I do stuff all the time. E51. Wait, do we have E51? Ah, wait, do we? Don't we? Wingcap says we've got it. Alright. Wingcap said trust. That's all it takes. Hey, look, the coupons came back. Well, that's kind of weird. The buy button was just kind of floating in space. So... I could... do Seltzer instead of Dusk. That's a little bit safer. Gonna be gone in 2 rounds? I mean, not if we don't do Dusk. We only play 1 hand per round. Has Doc played Slay the Spire before? Yep. Sorry, there's not like a more interesting story there. Just, yep. I played Slay the Spire. Strength? No. Okay. Dip it. You know, it's kind of spooky, the chain lightning, because like it doesn't do very much on the first couple cards, but then on that last card, on card number 5, it really goes insane. Wingcap said, told you so. I mean, let the record show. Wingcap was 100% correct. Alright, ectoplasm one more time. Don't mind if I didgeridoo. Okay, mime or rebate? Okay. 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 What can we get? We can't get Dusk anymore. Oh, there's the one... We could get a Chad, but I'm not going to take the Chad yet. I'm not ready to do the Chad. There's one more Joker we can get. Negative Chain Lightning looks kind of cool. I'll be honest, team. This run has been wild. Forklift? No. Alright. Go next. I do need to have enough lightning in my hand. How would I feel about chain lightning if it reset every round instead of every hand? I would think that would be way too powerful in maybe an unfun way. That's how I would feel about that. Ten cards left in the deck. I can draw these 4 plus 5. Too much lightning. Okay, this one I want to turn into steel. I can discard these 3. Chariot, I guess I could hold on to. In the deck I have 2 more cards. I have 1 more of those. I think we just ship it. We copy the idol and then ship it. Chain lightning seems to be an endless joker. I think it's totally fine as just like a slightly weaker ancient joker. Even in non-endless mode. I think it's a slightly weaker but slightly easier to use than ancient joker. Face down after played. Okay. I could take a rough gem instead of rebate. I think we're stuck with the rebate. I think the rebate... maybe troubadour? Seeing a lot of suck and buskin'. You know? Seeing a lot of that guy. Tech wants us to reroll the boss. Maybe we can find the diamond debuff boss. Just for posterity. Alright, I think I'm gonna get rid of the purple one. I think I need to, with my limited hand size, I need to make sure I have enough lightning. Actually, maybe I just hold on to the death card. Nah. Fine. I could take Invisible. I'm not gonna have enough time, right? We don't survive that. That's a bummer. That's sad. Foiled again. You know, the wheels have not hit anything important. Does the extra credit mod make it more difficult to get cool synergies? Because there's a lot of extra jokers. In my experience that I've had with the extra credit mod is there's more ways to do the stuff that you already love, right? And so instead of just idle plus sock and buskin or idle plus hack, maybe now there's new retriggering jokers like retrigger all the lucky cards. Turn your cards lucky and then retrigger them. Or if you want, you can use Lucky 7. Turns all your cards into Luckies. If you have at least 1 7, the rest are Lucky. Maybe you don't need the idol if you do Chain Lightning instead. Maybe. Those types of things. Maybe, you know, instead of doing the Baron, you could do this. You could do Alloy. All your gold cards are steel cards. Maybe instead of the Mime, you know? Or in addition to. The struggle that I've had playing the extra credit mod, I think the biggest struggle is there's so many different ways to do the same thing. I just want every build to be 9 jokers, but then I don't have enough slots. And then that makes me sad. I can't do everything. That's the actual challenge. Have I learned anything or picked anything up from watching someone else play BalatroU? Absolutely. I think the biggest contributor, so, you know, maybe you folks know that we've got a little bit of success with the gold stake on the YouTube channel. I would say the greatest contributor to that is Card Game Andy. So a concern that I used to have when playing gold stakes was like, if I play pairs, maybe pairs are not worth a lot of points, and so maybe pairs are not going to be worth enough points long term. Like sometimes they will be, and then sometimes they won't be. But after watching Card Game Andy play, after, you know, learning from him playing, I was like, okay, well maybe it's actually more consistent than I thought it would be. Maybe it's easier than I thought it would be. Getting enough points while still just spamming pairs. And then also, like, if you are playing pairs, then it liberates you a little bit. The deck building is a little bit easier. You can take any valuable card, any gold card or gold seal or purple seal if you're in the mood for it. So then when you're shopping, there's no wrong answers. All right. 59, E59. Maybe there's a way we could do it. Seems tough. Maybe there's a polychrome card in here. There is a polychrome card. Yeah, but it's an 8. It's not gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. Bit too far from a 7. Bummer. We need the reverse strength card. Yeah. That's the second polychrome 8 that we've seen. DNA. I could take the Chad instead of the rebate. I mean, in the short term, yeah. Then what? Bean. Chad is a band-aid. I don't think it's gonna be enough to stop the bleeding. And like a bloodstone. Fleshy art is really good. Yeah, that's a Nito. Nito did that one. Look at the little guy. He looks slightly threatening. Anyone else? I guess that's like the real plushie looks slightly threatening too. Glasses gonna head out. Thanks for hanging out, Glasses. Yeah, I guess maybe Cherry doesn't matter anymore. Oh well. Desperation Ambrosia. So what you're suggesting is instead of the Chad, that's the only thing that we can get rid of, is we can get rid of the Chad. So if we do that, at the very least, this will be interesting. Boop. Got a red seal. That would have been cool if we had polychrome. So Ambrosia self-destructs when a spectral card is sold. So I can't sell these. I guess I can use a red seal. That's an oof. Yeah, uh-oh. Use them all? Alright. Let's go here. Oh! Oh! Look, we can fill all of our slots twice. Amazing. We got the combo. Looks like one person's gonna get all the points. Is it really? Is it 5 million? We could discard. Oop. Oh, 5 million points. Yeah, I was gonna say 5 million channel points. That's crazy. All right. Hey, if you want to do this run, you know, get the extra credit mod, you can start with the coupons. That was pretty fun. There you go. What was it? We had the coupons, we had the clown college, we had the extra consumable slots. We also had the, what is it? Forklift, that's what it's called. That was a wild ride. That was a ton of fun. Yeah, I had fun with that one. This one, you know, this is a YouTuber. We could put this one on the YouTube.